Hello and welcome back to Infinifactory. Today we are going to work on structural frame. Let's see what this is like. Hey, we got somebody to talk to.
I wonder who that monument was built for. I don't like it, standing there, watching us from above. It only reminds me that the Toads could come at any time. So far we have only been a minor annoyance to them, but how long until they come for us? We need this shipyard so we can leave before that happens.
Okay. This is interesting, but not going to be too big of a deal. I honestly, looking at this looks like the exact same solution we just did. So I think we might have a repeat episode here. It's 5 tall, just like the last one. Yeah, this is going to be the exact same solution. No, it's not, because if we push this system out... that is interesting to me. Because rows 2, or, part 2 through 4 is just going to be 4 cubes. The outsides are fine. What we do with these cubes is going to be a little more interesting. So what I'm thinking about is doing the sides the same way, putting them in a waiting bay, and then just sending these braces down somehow. Into an overhead, yeah. It's not going to be too hard to do what I want here. So the problem is going to be how do we get 4 out when it's only 5 high. We might have to waste a lot of slag here. I'm wondering if there's a way for me to do it better. But I can't think of one. Okay, so I think we're going to do the same sort of thing here. So that's there. We go 1, 2, 3, 5. A gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A gap. Okay. And then we can do 1, 2, 3. We could get, 3 out of this, but we don't really need it. Gap. 1, 2, 3. Gap. Yeah, that's fine. Let's start by putting some lasers up here, and let's see, how do I want to do this? Thinking, let's just do it the simple and easy way. which would be get rid of all this nonsense. Put a couple pushers right there. Okay, and then we need this. Okay. Now, that's not quite gonna work. The other one, yeah, the other ones need room to come in. So like we're gonna want it out here somewhere. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. And then we're gonna need something for these. So I'm hoping that I can very simply and easily just do that. But of course that's not going to quite work out for me because that's too close right there. It'll work on this one, I think. But this one, it's going to be a little more difficult. Maybe there. I don't think this is going to line up because the other one's going to be kind of waiting. So let's just run this as is and see where we are. Okay. Oh, you were not supposed to hit that. Okay. Okay. You're also a little too eager. So let's edit that a little bit. And we're also going to have to edit this stuff just a little bit. Boom, everything gets blasted. These are on separate lines. Rotate, which is cool. Rotate, which is cool. Alright. And boop, you're hitting here, so maybe push. Okay. Well, I mean, probably be easier if we just move that down the line a little bit. We'll have to work on that timing, but these are going okay. Just want to see where exactly we're at right now. We're in a bad place. We are in a bad, bad place. I think this is going to require reimagining the front here. Maybe having it, you know, two lines, then one centerpiece, then one centerpiece, then two more lines. That's probably the way we're gonna go with this. Alright, let's look at it now and see where we're at. It should be that, boop. Okay, there's one laser too many, but we've got our pieces a bit different now. So, remove that, and then do we want to spin the bars or the main units? I'm actually kind of thinking maybe we want to spin the bars. Or no, I meant to say the opposite. I think it's going to be difficult no matter what, so let's just forget about that for now, and focus on getting the bars into, or the main units into place. Ooh. Okay. So let's see, just right now, where are we? Everything's shoved, everything's here. Okay, perfect. So now, This one can just come forward and drop on there. That's not a big deal at all. This one I think will keep at the height it's at. Not a good reason to not do that I can think of right now. Drop it on there. Okay, let's see. Bang. They drop. And drop. Very nice. The problem is I can't have overhead welders if they're dropping into place. So I believe I need to have them go back a step after they fall. And then what we're going to want, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to be out here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be the top of it. So we're now going to want welder here. Welder here, I believe. Let's run that again. Drops. Blast, drop, over, under, and okay. So they're in place, and the welders are in place. So we now two, three, we know we need a welder here. I don't think I can weld the final piece on at this location. I think I'm gonna have to move it further down the line and weld it on elsewhere. I don't know why I'm test running it again. I didn't really change anything. Okay, so you get shoved off. Like, you're gonna have to turn. You don't have much of a choice. I mean, same for you, really. Okay, they come down here, hits the sensor, boop, pushes off. They both get turned. Alright, beautiful. Where do you line up? You're right here, which is actually right where I need you, which is nice. So let me... I don't know if I need that necessarily, but let me go ahead and put that there. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, this is not a huge problem. I don't really think it's a problem at all, actually. We just put the... maybe just another set? Like, I don't know if we can get away with just that one set. So do another set. And boom. That's all together. I want to get this bar. I want to get a bar down here. That might be tough with the time limit we have. Well, I don't know. We could probably just get rid of that piece of belt. Yeah. Let's just do it that way. Let's say we're going to get rid of that piece of belt, and let's call it a sensor here with a push bar there. Whoop. Nice. This one. Just go sit right there, along with a welder, and probably also a sensor. Hold up, that's not right. It should be there. And we probably don't need that at all. Okay. Bang. Oh no, it's blocking it. Ah. Make a change and then immediately unmake it. Okay, drop, drop. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Whoop. All those pieces are in place very nicely. So all I need I think we're very close. Those pieces fall, it comes out. Oh, it's gone too far. Okay, take 2 of those off, see how that changes it. Okay, I want to see what exactly... Okay, it hits that, but it still came too far. Take 1 more away from that. Weld comes in, turns, picks it up with the weld, comes down, around, and in, and we are done. Very nice. Awesome. Alright, let's do the talk through. We got this thing. 35 minutes, took a little bit longer, but very much the same idea, just a little bit harder to put together because we had to do it in so many different pieces, and because the pieces had to come into place in several different directions, we couldn't do it all in one, so we had to divide up the work, but we got her done, and I am pretty pleased with it. So this is very similar to the last system. We get enough slag, it hits a sensor, and it triggers a lot of lasers. Boom. That laser cuts the slags into 2 hollow squares and 4 3x1 bars. That sensor also tells all these push blocks, 1 for each piece, to shove the unit off of the line onto the next line. The 2 squares simply come down the line, drop onto belts, and slide into place. That's all they do. Very simple, very easy. And by into place, I mean into a welding station, which we've seen dozens of times. Just come down the line, go to your welding station, and wait. Meanwhile, we've got another sensor here, which we actually just missed, where the first bar will push the second bar off the line, so they all have their own lines. And the same thing will happen down here, which we'll get to see. First bar pushes the second bar off. They rotate, those two rotate, these two have rotated, so they get into proper position. They're all just following their line to the welding station. The first one that gets there is this one, which gets welded to the front unit. Boom, just like that. This one up top gets welded on both sides because we had the problem where we were leaving behind the back square. And really the only way to fix it was to do it back there, weld it there, because if we welded it anywhere here, it would get in the way. The welders would get in the way of the pieces. So we just went ahead and put 2 more welders back here. And that's why this piece drops off and then backs up a square. It will drop off over here so the welder's not in the way, and then back in underneath the welder. And then this one just comes straight in underneath the welder. As soon as it gets there, boom, welds on both sides. And then this one, this third one is the last one to get there, is falling down to the welder, but it also has a conveyor under it, so it's going to push the whole system forward. And you can see with these 2 lines, we have them coming in at different heights. This one at the height it needs to be. This one comes in a little bit lower and drops in right underneath. And with it being 3 long, we actually have it where it just fits underneath this belt. So as we watch this, we'll see that the one end slides right underneath there. Very tight construction. But since it falls onto that conveyor and the whole thing's welded together, the whole thing will move along. And meanwhile, the last piece is just sitting here at its own welding station, waiting. There was no way for me to weld it without the welders getting in the way. So it goes to its own welding station, the whole unit comes down, boom, immediate weld. Once it gets there, a belt there by the welder to push the whole system on. It wraps around and goes into the output. And that is all there is to it. Welds together, that one's just waiting. The whole unit goes down, boop, and it goes to the output. Alright, this is the one we're talking about. Look at this. Drops down and then just goes right underneath that. Barely fits. But it does fit. And that is all there is to it. Not a complicated machine, but I'm still very happy with it. Particularly going up and grabbing that one piece. I think that's kind of cool. That's a nice little solution. Just have this guy wait and just have this thing come out with its open end. And just boop, grab it, and then move. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Whole slag heap coming down. Gets obliterated. Push off so that we have them going to different destinations. That thing falls, backs in. That one falls, backs in. Boop, down gets welded, that gets welded, that gets welded, and off it goes. Boop, turn, drop, go right underneath that line. Weld and drop and weld. Very cool. Boop, and done. Cycle score, right around average. Footprint, massive. Block, massive. But of course, that's not the point. The point is to solve it, and we did solve it. And we are on our way. 4 more puzzles for production zone number 1, and then finally the Atropos station. We are almost there. I don't have anything else to say. I'm almost there. Happy to do it. Happy to be here. And I will be very happy if you all will join me on the next episode. Until then, I will see you soon. I think that might have been the worst outro